Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I'm trying to get this camera just right, but welcome back. I wanted to talk with everyone about some of the meal choices and things that we can eat that's for this fast that we've entered in. I primarily wanted to do this video for the ladies of the Life Church, but after I started to do the research and started looking into the meals, I thought it would be great information for everyone else. So I wanted to just get on and share. So if you notice that I'm on, if you think that you have a family member, friend, or someone that could benefit for this, go ahead and share. But we're coming to you talking about eating healthy for optimal health. And of course, during this time of fasting, we're conjoining it together for our spiritual health. This morning, I talked about all the spiritual attributes and the things that would happen to us spiritually from fasting and consecrating ourselves. And now I just wanted to take a few moments to talk about the physical part of it. And because we're not on an absolute fast, but we are on a fast, I put in parentheses Daniel fast because we are not specifically doing the Daniel fast because the parameters are a little bit wider in terms of, I think the Daniel fast was basically a vegan diet. There was absolutely no animal products. And our apostle has not made it mandatory to cut out all animal products, but to cut meat out of this fast. So that is the biggest difference. And let me know, please go ahead and let me know if you can hear me or not, because I have the mic partially covered and I just want to make sure that it's not covered. But I wanted to just quickly share with you some meal choice ideas, some things that you can eat while you are on this fast that's not only going to be good for your body, but it's going to taste good and be delicious as well. But the optimal thing is for it to be good for our health. And I knew that there was one thing for good for our health. So this is what I did. We've been planning, we've been trying to figure out what we're going to eat, how we're going to make it through this fast. How is this lifestyle change going to be different? And I'm calling it a lifestyle change because I believe that's what it is going to be, both for myself and my household, because I've found myself over the years, my metabolism slowing down, I'm gaining weight, and now I'm at a point where I'm overweight, I'm obese, I'm saying it, I'm putting it in the atmosphere, I'm getting it out there so that you all can help to hold me accountability so I can get this weight back off of me. So I believe this fast is going to be twofold. It is going to help to propel me forward spiritually into my purpose and destiny as it pertains to my works here on the earth. And then it's going to propel all of us hopefully into a place of living better and eating better, making better food choices. So what I did today, that this morning we had smoothies with kale and fruit. We had mango, banana, and strawberry, and we used just a tiny bit of sweetener, and we added gosh, I can't think of something right now, but we added some type of fiber to it to make sure that we had a balanced smoothie. And that's what we had for breakfast. So I'm going to the grocery store shortly, but what I decided to do was, they say you never go to the grocery store hungry. So I decided to go ahead and get some lunch. So before I go to the grocery store, I'll be full and I'll be able to make some sound decisions on the meal choices. So what I did was, my son and I went to Jason's Deli. And this is not an infomercial for Jason's Deli, but this is just what our choice was. We went to Jason's Deli here in Columbus, and their bar, I love it. And because of the fact that I know from having visited there a few times since the pandemic, that they're really making sure that you're even using the bar, that you're being safe. They have the sanitizer there. You have to wash your hands. They give you gloves, and they make sure that you have your gloves on and that no one's touching the food or the instruments without gloves. So we got a salad and only cost $7.99. Let's talk about the fact that it does cost more to eat healthy than it does to eat this fast food that's not good for you. You can take $3 and go through a drive-through now and get a $3 meal deal, a $4 meal deal. For $5, get the burger, fries, and the drink. It is just like with salvation. The easy way is packed with people. The easy way everybody gravitates to, even with good eating and good health. The easy way, it's easy to make people go that way when it comes to eating things that's not good for you because it's not that expensive. But for the few food choices I'm going to show you now, had we individually gone into the store and bought these items, we would have easily spent more than $7.99 a person. But because we decided to go this route, we were able to get a variety of things. So what I did, because I'm a nerd, I'm a bookworm, I wanted to know, God, how much more beneficial is it for us really to do a fast like the Daniel fast, to cut out the meat from our diet, to cut out the sweets from our diet, because that is the other restriction. Life Church, ladies of the Life Church, I hope you all are on and watching this on your break, or if you get a chance to watch it a little bit later on. And I'm going to make sure I send a message out for all of the ladies to come back and review this. But our restrictions are nothing sweet and no meat in this particular fast. So how much more beneficial was a question I asked myself, and how much more beneficial is this for me? I lived as a vegetarian for almost 4 years, and I do understand the health benefits of it. And I wanted to share it because over the years, I've tried to push that information to the back of my mind because it was so good to eat things that are not the best for our body. Come on, let's talk about it. Ice cream is just oh so great. And there are other alternatives that are available for the items, the comfort foods that we enjoy that are much more nutritional. So I encourage, and this is going to be my lifestyle change, even when we get off of the fast, is that all of the things that I enjoy, all of the comfort foods that I enjoy, I'm going to make it my mission over these next 21 days to try to find healthy alternatives for them. So I'm going to go ahead so you guys can get back to lunch because I'm ready for my list, but I wanted to share this with you first. So again, my son and I stopped by Jason Deli. We paid $7.99 to get the salad bar. And of course, we have some water that I already had sitting in the office here. But we did stop by and get us some more water as well. And this is what you get at Jason Deli. I'm going to take the phone and just swirl it around. I can't go that far because I've got it plugged in, but we got this huge container. And when I say huge, this is going to be enough for dinner as well. I'm going to open the top of it. This is going to be enough for dinner as well. And it will be enough to share if my daughter comes home and hasn't had anything to eat, because I packed it full too, just so you all would be able to see just how much is in there. I'm going to take the phone off of the charger for just a moment so you can see. But I packed it full so that you can see just how big this is and how much we were able to get in this. So we're able to get a lot of food in there, plus the food that you see on the table and on these little containers. That food came out of that one package, which means you got a lot. If we were to go to the store, and those of us that do the grocery shopping for our families, we know that food is so expensive. If we were to go to the store and buy all of these items individually, I'm going to tell you, the walnuts alone, a bag of walnuts would have cost the $7.99. So we would have already been out of $7.99 just for buying the bag of walnuts. But we were able to get a variety of things. So that's why I think it was a good deal. So what I did was, in my nerd moment, I decided to take a look at each one of the foods that we were able to pack on these trays and see the nutritional value. But before I share with you, you got to do me a favor. Hit the share button, hit the like button. Let someone know that we are on. Ladies, if you are a member of our congregation, hit the share button. Share it with one of your sisters. Tag them in it. Let them know that they need to be on so they can get this wealth of information. Because the Bible is clear. When he talks about studying to show yourself approved unto God, I believe the same principles, every principle that applies in the spirit applies naturally. That we are to study everything that we do. We're not just to put stuff in our body and not know why we're eating it, the benefits of it. It's just like with the scripture. We need to know the benefits of the certain gifts that we have so that we can know how to build a body, where to place them, the appropriate times to use them, so that we can know that we're providing optimal spiritual health for the body of Christ. And it's the same way in the natural, that we need to know exactly what it is that we are eating. So let's talk about the things that I have on here very quickly. I just took a few notes so that I can know what it is that I'm eating for lunch, so I can decide whether or not to keep it in my diet, whether to get it the next time, or whether to change it up and get something else, because we do want to make sure that there's a balance. The word of God, again, it teaches you that everything you do in moderation, there needs to be a balance in everything that we do in life. So we're going to make sure that there is a balance in our daily meals as well. You know, because of the fact that we're on this fast and it's saying just fruit and vegetables. If you just eat apples all day, for example, then you're missing something. You're missing your protein. You're missing some of the other minerals and vitamins that's in the other food. So you have to have a balance. So when you are doing a fast like this, take the time to plan your meals out. Take the time to look ahead. Go to the grocery store, see what it is that you need. You're probably going to have to make a few trips or use something like Instacart to save time so you won't have to go to the store so many times. Because the other thing too is that eating fresh is also the best option. We can have frozen and that's fine, but you're gonna have to eat fresh. Because, for example, for our smoothies, what I did was just bought a huge bag of kale and took it and froze it, and that way it's already cold, already ready to go in the smoothies. Because I know if I keep that out for so long, that and spinach is going to go bad soon. So I just go ahead and put it in the freezer. That's not the best option or choice when you're going to make it and cook it hot. But if you're going to throw it in the smoothies, that's going to get chopped up anyways. Then that's a great way to do it. But what I did is I decided to take this meal, everything that I was able to stuff in this to-go container from Jason's Deli, and look at it to see just how I'm benefiting myself today. So I'm going to bring this plate over here just so you can see it. We have a boiled egg. We have, I'm going to come down on it just a little bit. We have a boiled egg. I'm trying to get in the camera right. We have a combination of peas. There's kidney beans, chickpeas, and soybeans, and it has onions in it. It has peppers. We have a pasta salad. I got just a tiny bit. I already know what you all are going to say about the pasta salad. And I've got to ask him too, because I don't know if he made a correlation between whether or not we can have pasta on this fast. Because we're not doing the Daniel fast in its totality, I thought it might be all right, but I'll find out. And then we have just a mix of nuts and seeds. Okay, we have walnuts, sunflower seeds mixed together. It looks like almonds. And I just picked a little something out of each one of these plates for us to talk about. So quickly, I know you guys are saying, hey, she's eating these eggs. She's going to be dealing with cholesterol. I got on many sites today and I started to study. I made sure I was from a credible source. And it's saying that 3 eggs per day in your diet is completely safe. And what you get from eggs are a very good source of inexpensive and high quality protein. Remember, we have to remember our health in its totality. If you are on a fast like the Daniel's fast, then removing the meat from your diet is going to take out the protein that you get from the meat. So you have to make a substitution for it. One of the substitutions is eating eggs daily, and you can have up to 3 a day. More than half the protein of an egg is found in the egg white, which includes vitamin B12 and lower amounts of fat than the yolk. So you can also make it your business. Like, I don't really like the middle part of the egg anyway, as my grandson does. He takes his eggs and open it up and puts the little ball, that's what he calls it, puts the little ball to the side because he likes the yolk. Just naturally as a child, that's a great choice to make. You don't have to eat the yolk. You can just eat the red egg white. Eggs in its totality are rich sources of selenium, vitamin D, B6, B12, and minerals such as zinc, iron, and copper. And we know that copper is good for our red blood cells. Then we're going to move right along to what I showed you, the bean mix. We got red beans, soybeans, and garbanzo beans or chickpeas. The red beans are good with iron, phosphorus, potassium. The soybeans, I know there's been a lot of controversy about soybeans, but I went to Harvard Medical, and they were saying that soy will not hurt your heart. It could also be used to replace meat in your diet, and it has great health benefits. Anything done in moderation. Just remember, anything done in moderation, because there are a few negative side effects of soy that are still in the research phase. The FDA has not taken it off of the market and said that we shouldn't eat it. But again, if you do it in moderation, then you won't have any problems. And then garbanzo beans or chickpeas are packed with nutrients, folate, iron, phosphorus, copper, and magnesium. And remember, anything that has copper in it is good for your red blood cells. Then our next choice for me to research was the pasta salad. That's here. And the pasta salad, although it is not a meat, it's something that you want to be careful of. It's easy to say we're not eating meat on this fast, so let me go ahead and pack my plate up with pasta. Because of the texture of it, for me, I could eat a full bowl of pasta salad and not have to have any meat, because it almost has that thickness and that heaviness to it like meat does. But Pasta has to be eaten in moderation. It is high in carbs. If you're going to eat pasta, make sure you eat whole grain because one bowl of pasta contains 500 calories. But on the flip side, if you're adding things with it, such as black olives, and we do have black olives in this salad, in this pasta salad, along with some dices of pepper, so they have their own nutritional benefit. So it starts to kind of balance out in a way, but you still just don't want to consume too much of it. Black olives are healthy fat. They're good cholesterol. They help to slow or stop the disease of the arteries, which is and it has vitamin E, which is good for your skin and hair. I had to stop, I couldn't read my own writing. It has vitamin E, so it's good for your skin and hair. So if you're going to make a pasta salad, don't leave out the olives. Don't eat too much and don't leave out the olives. If you put some olives in there and make sure that you load it up. I have a cousin who loads hers up with vegetables. So then that means she's going to get a good serving of vegetables with it. And of course, if you make it more dense with vegetables, then that's less pasta that you are consuming. But as far as I know, Life Church for the fast that we are on, pasta is okay. If I have to eat my words, then I'll eat them later. But I did not ask that, but he said no meats, no sweets. And I think that meant everything else was just about fair game. Our next things that we were able to get at Jason Deli to go along with this fast is we have here a pickle spear, and next to it are zucchini strips. Of course, we have a salad, and the salad has cucumber. We have I'm sorry. We have mixed greens and spinach for the lettuce, and then I want to make sure and let you guys know I have dried mushrooms here, and I'm going to tell you why I put dried mushrooms on my salad, even though I don't like to normally eat them. And then, of course, we have good old-fashioned broccoli. If you notice, I have no ranch dressing on my broccoli, just a little tiny bit on the salad. I don't want to destroy the salad. I'm not a salad drowner. My salad is going to live. My salad is not going to drown because of the fact that once you take your salad and drench it, then you start to consume more of what's in the salad dressing. You want to eat your salad with as little dressing as possible. And I know what you guys are saying. Of course, absolutely. A lighter vinaigrette or something like that would be a much better choice. But what I tried to do in this meal was to show you that you can still have taste and be on this fast and enjoy it. So what's going to help me enjoy it, because the pasta salad has a vinaigrette. This bean salad has like a light vinegary type dressing with it. So I wanted to just enjoy a little bit of taste. So I have a little bit of ranch dressing on my cucumbers, just a dab of it in my salad because I don't want to drown it. And then I normally don't eat my broccoli with any ranch dressing or anything. Actually, I can take a whole cucumber and just bite off the cucumber like it is. But you have to practice and get that as something that your taste buds get used to. Even cauliflower. I can take cauliflower, cut it up, and just eat it by itself. So let's try to get used to not drowning our vegetables. But let's talk about these vegetables, and then we're going to be done so I can enjoy this lunch. But broccoli is a high fiber. It's high in fiber and proteins. It has iron, potassium, calcium, selenium, magnesium, vitamin A, C, E, K, and a variety of vitamin B vitamins. So you cannot go wrong. Today, broccoli is a superstar of this meal. Life Church, I encourage you, eat some broccoli today. And I want you guys to comment to me, especially you ladies in the women's ministry group chat. I need your feedback a little later tonight. I'm going to be sending you messages. You may think it's strange. I'm going to send you a message, say, did you eat some broccoli today? So let's try to incorporate some broccoli in our diet. Of course, we have a pickle spear here. I know pickles are fun to eat anyways, but I do want to give you a couple warnings about things like pickles, because pickles have absolutely no carbs, so that's great. Well, it's very, very low in carbs. I may even be 0. I got to double check that. But pickles are very high in sodium. So again, moderation is the key. You see, I've used these little plates here, the Family Dollar plates with the 3 little sections in them. And if we take it, and if we remember in moderation, so I'm pretending it has like 4 sections. So for this one, I put a little bit of salad, a little bit of cucumber, a little bit of zucchini and pickle, and a little bit of broccoli. So those are my 4 places for moderation. And I'm going to pick, something over here to have, which is for my protein. So when we do that, then we are able to make sure that we are keeping a balance on how much we eat. And I don't think I did talk about the nuts over here, but with the walnuts, they're heart healthy fats, high in antioxidants, and all you need to do is eat a handful of them. So going back to the nuts that we have over here, the almonds, walnuts are great sources of protein, but you want to make sure you only eat a handful of them. Now let's get back to our salad plate. So the pickles, any fermented foods are good because they may help with insulin resistance and inflammation. I love to eat foods like kimchi and other fermented foods, fermented spinach, fermented zucchinis, fermented potatoes, whatever I can go. I love to go to the Korean store, but make sure, again, everything that you do, you eat it in moderation. Pickles are low in carbs, again, high in sodium, but they will help boost the intake of antioxidants. And not all pickles are fermented. Most of what you buy in the store has vinegar that's just soaking in, and that's what is not fermented the way that you would get it if you went to like a Korean food store or something. Then we're going to move along to the cucumbers. Cucumbers are high in nutrients. And they are high in nutrients. They contain vitamin C, K, magnesium, and potassium. They're great sources of antioxidants. They promote hydration, and it could also promote regularity. And for the sake of just not being gross, I'm just going to say it would be an awesome idea, men and women of God, when you are fasting, to make sure that you take some precaution to become regular in your bowel movements, whether you use some type of help, or the best way is to just eat the right foods. So I would say for these first couple of days, go online and research and start to find out. Hi, Antonio, how are you doing? Make sure you find something or a food list of items that's going to help you be regular. So if you're on this fast with your church, with our church, whomever church, I hope that this information would be very helpful to you. Now let's talk about the zucchini. The zucchini is so versatile. You can eat zucchini cold. You can take it and cook it. You can cut it in strips. You can make spaghetti out of it. So that would be one of the things that I would suggest if you want a pasta salad. Zucchini has the type of texture that you can take it and make spaghetti out of it. You will still get that texture. And once you mix your ingredients, it's going to taste very close to pasta. Thank you so much. I'm going to put this comment on the screen because I love this. This is great. Believers need this. Thank you so much. But this is something that you can use in a substitution for pasta. And zucchini helps with improved digestion, lower risk of heart disease, bone health, healthy prostate. It is rich in water and it has low calorie density, which means you can consume zucchini and it's not something that's very high in calories. I have 2 more cards and then we're going to go, because I'm 22 minutes into this. I said 15 minutes because I'm ready to eat. The iceberg, the salad is the last thing that we're going to talk about. If you notice here on the salad, again, I have a mix of lettuce. I have a mixture of just like a mix, a spring mix. And then, of course, I have some spinach down in here somewhere. And I just topped it off with the same medley of nuts that I have here. I topped it with the nuts. I have a little bit of salad dressing. And I topped it also with mushrooms. Mushrooms for me, when I can't eat meat. Mushrooms with me, when I can't eat meat, is a great substitute to put on top of my salad. That and tofu. If you can. Tofu doesn't really have a taste, so I won't even say can't take the taste of tofu. I think it's more of a mind thing because we've been programmed and we hear the word tofu and things like that, and we're like, oh, it's so nasty. It's not. It doesn't even have a taste. But you can eat mushrooms or something like tofu and put it on top of your salad to substitute for the meat. And that's absolutely fine. And once I take it and mix it all together, I'm looking for the texture. It's not even so much the taste. I'm looking for the texture. I want to not have just a mushy texture of the salad, but I want to have something that has a little heaviness to it. So I normally use mushrooms. But for the lettuces, let's talk about lettuce. If you can spend that extra dollar, and that's why, again, I went to Jason Deli and I used their bar, because just in buying lettuce by itself, you're out of $4 or $5, and then it's not going to last that long. So if you're making just a salad for one person, like myself, or it was my son and I that went together, we would have had a big amount left over. But so we went to Jason Deli because we know that they have spinach on their bar. They have the mixed greens. So we decided that we wanted to go that route because iceberg is the lowest in nutritional content of all lettuce. That's why it's the cheapest. That's why it's the easiest to get to. But we want to make sure that we're having, again, optimal health. So we decided to go that route. And I just want to tell you about the top 7 lettuces that have the most nutritional value. Of course, number 1 is Sister Kale. I'm gonna call it Sister Kale. You might call it Brother Kale, but kale is so rich. Spinach is next. Swiss chard, green leaf, romaine lettuce, arugula, or butterhead lettuce. Any of those lettuces are going to give you a high nutritional value than the iceberg lettuce. So, and I know on this fast, we're going to probably resort to salad being one of our meals, and probably on a daily basis, because it is quick and easy. You can carry it with you. You can eat it just about anywhere for those that have to go to work. You can take a salad and pack it and eat it for your lunch. So that's going to help us through. In a mushroom, I was looking at the mushroom, and it says that mushrooms are a great source of antioxidant. They're low in sodium, low calorie, and cholesterol free. And all different mushrooms have a few more values than the other, nutritional value than the others, but overall, thank you so much. I'm going to put this comment up here. Kiki Weeks Harris, spinach is really good as well, woman of God. It's some good teaching. Thank you for this fact. Thank you so much for commenting. And you're right. Actually, spinach was on the number 2 on the list of healthy lettuces. The kale was number 1, and spinach was number 2, at least on the list that I looked at. And I prefer spinach over kale just because of the taste. Kale has a little bit of bitter taste to me, but I use the kale in my smoothies, and I also use the spinach in it, and sometimes I put them together. So thank you so much for that insight. Mushrooms also are great. Overall, just mushrooms in general have a great source of vitamin B, potassium, and copper. And of course, again, copper helps to promote healthy red blood cells and help us to make red blood cells. So I hope you all enjoyed it. And again, look at what you can get. We got these 2 cups, and I put the nuts in one and a little bit of the bean salad in the other. Then we were able to get this full plate for $7.99. It's going to be enough for me to have something for dinner. And then I'm going to share a picture of what we're going to make tonight. That's going to be for our meal tomorrow. And I'm just this fast is really opening up so many possibilities and eating choices for us. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to show this picture, and I'm going to let you guys get back to what you are doing. But tonight, I am going to go and get the ingredients to make this roasted plantain and black bean vegetable bowl. And the site is there. It's kind of small. I'll take a picture of this and just put the picture on my page after I get off of this. But this looks like a really good dish. I want to definitely try it. And there's another great place in downtown Columbus that is a Greek place that has a lot of great menu items, healthy menu items. So every day I'll probably drop the name of somewhere. If I go out and don't prepare it at home, I'll drop the names of some places, saints, that you can follow or go to while you're on your fast to make sure that you're able to find the foods that are healthy and that's on the list. But that's all I have. You all, it's 28 minutes. I've missed my whole lunch break for myself, so I'm going to gobble this down really quickly. But I thank you all so much for joining. Hopefully this was helpful. I'm not going to do this every day, but I think I'll come back to you on Wednesday and share some more nutritional tips and things that we can do to help us make it through this fast and hopefully make it through it, make this be a lifestyle change for us. God bless. I love you all. See you later.